Hello YouTube, welcome back to Like a Doll's Eyes Statue Reviews. So today I guess in honor of Batman vs. Superman getting released and everything, I thought I'd review my Superman Premium Format by Sideshow Collectibles with a custom cape done by Dynamicmenace. You can see Dynamicmenace over at Statue Forum. You can maybe contact him if you're interested in this cape after I get done reviewing it. I don't know if he's still making them or not, but he did a fabulous job. And so anyway, on to the review, and I'll also give some thoughts about the Batman vs. Superman movie. It's a little bonus for you guys. So not that you guys probably haven't already seen it and have your own opinions, but I just thought I'd throw my opinion out there anyway. But anyway, let's talk about the statue. So this is a premium format Superman statue that it's been out there for a long time. There's lots of reviews on it, so this is kind of one of my retro reviews where I said I'd talk about some statues after I've had them for a while. This is one of those Sideshow classics. They really did a good job. Those of you that have this, you know. I mean, the outfit is perfect. They just did everything perfect on this piece. Good pose. The base could maybe be a little better. It's a little blue. It's very much more blue in real life than it looks on video. It's a little boring, maybe. I don't know. It could be maybe a little more clear. Maybe if it even did some lighting in there somehow, and just I don't know. It's not a bad base. I don't want to sit there and come down on it because it's not a bad base at all. I have the exclusive head. Those of you that know me on the exclusive head on right now is what I mean. Those of you that know me on the Freaks forum, Sideshow Freaks forum, I hated the idea of the eyes on this head, the fiery eyes that they put in there. Like he just got done shooting something with his laser eyes, and they're just kind of steaming, or he's getting ready to shoot something, and they're just starting to be on fire. I thought in the pictures it looked awful. They look like worm eyes or whatever. The squiggly eyes, people call them all sorts of things, Twizzlers. And in person, they look much better. They do not look that bad. Having said that, I still would have preferred just a regular sculpt with regular eyes. I love this head sculpt, regardless. The other head sculpt, that I don't have that out. It's another one of those. It's in the box. I don't get it out because I love this head. I prefer this head. The other head sculpt was great and looks really good. I just think this one's a little bit better, and I've seen people do custom heads of this online and paint in like real eyes, and it looks better in my opinion. But even so, with the hot eyes, the squiggly eyes, I still think this looks good overall, and I really don't complain too much about it. Again, I was probably one of the most vocal people on the Sideshow Freaks forum about these eyes. Sideshow ended up adding little red eyes in there that you could put in there instead of the flaming eyes. I swear to gosh, I think that they did that because they got sick of listening to me posting on there about these squiggly eyes. So they thought, we'll show Jaws on Freaks forum. We'll throw some eyes in there, and the red eyes were nice. They're a nice touch. But they did some paint around his eyes to give it the glow look. So the red eyes end up making it look like he's got more of an eye irritation. So I just don't like the way that looked. And the squiggly eyes, in all honesty, aren't bad. Going down, his emblem was done perfectly. It was a raised emblem, and it looks good. Again, the shorts, the tailoring, everything's nice. It's a nice kind of silky tailoring that they did on it, and it's really good. Just gonna turn it a little bit here. Looks good from all angles. Oh, let me touch on again real quick the paint they did with the head, both heads, the skin paint they used and everything. Perfect. Looks perfect. One of Sideshow's best. Great head sculpt, great head paint. One of Sideshow's best in my opinion. So anyway, going around, let's talk a little bit about the cape by Dynamicmenace. I love the flow and the look of it when he's got on the straight cape here, the cloth cape. The cape by Sideshow was sculpted and looked great. You can see lots of reviews on it, sculpted, and the way it was flowing, and it looked great. I have no problem with a sculpted cape. I it excuse me. I saw pictures of the cape, the custom cape here, the cloth cape. I thought he looked good. I think the cloth cape works better with the X head. I just kind of it gives them a much more leaner. I just think it's a I don't know. I just really like it. I just think gives him more of the heroic. I don't even know if heroic's the right word because those flaming eyes. He looks mad, and something about the cape. It just flows well in my opinion. The other cape was great. I had no problem with it. It maybe did cause. I've seen people online say that it caused some leaning issues, possibly because it's a heavy cape, and so it goes off to the side. And I've seen some people's pictures where Superman was really leaning a lot to the one side. Uh, so that wasn't real. I wasn't having any of those problems. I just got this cape because I thought it looked good. Those of you that worry about leaning, though, this is an option. I love how it looks on the shoulders. I think it hangs well on the shoulders. You kind of have to fidget with it a little bit to get it to look like that. I have no idea how easy or difficult this is to do one of these. Now I've seen some people do the cape from behind, and they've put an S on there. But again, I have no idea how hard or easy it is to do this cape. As far as making one yourself, Dynamicmenace, I can't remember what he charged for it, but it was definitely worth it and not very expensive, and I love the way it looks. So again, this is a great piece by Sideshow. If he had if the eyes were regular eyes, and maybe if the base was a little lighter or something. I've seen some people custom paint that. 10 out of 10, easy. Easy 10 out of 10. Let's say that I had the regular head on here. I would probably give it a 10 out of 10 anyway. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 even with the X on it. I love this piece. I'm not even a huge Superman fan. I mean, I like Superman like I think everybody likes Superman. I mean, how do you not love Superman? I'm a big Christopher Reeves fan of the film. That's really where I watched George Reeves way back in the day when I was a little kid, and he was on afternoons. He was on at 5 o'clock, it seemed like, every night, and I like George Reeves. Superman, it's probably where I first knew him, but it was Christopher Reeves Superman that really got me into Superman. I'm not a huge Superman comic fan. I tend to like Superman when he shows up in the comic books of like other heroes, especially Batman. Batman's really my main DC comic that I read. Pretty much beyond that, it's pretty much Marvel. But I do like Superman. I do like what he symbolizes. And saying that, let me go on and talk a little bit about Batman versus Superman. So, saw that tonight, just got done, and I'm going to say this. First of all, I went in with my expectations about as low as you can. I don't think I could have looked forward to a film of this stature any less than I was looking forward to this film. I mean, the reviews, what people were saying about it, everything that people were saying they didn't like were the things that I was afraid of before seeing the film. And after seeing it, while I was watching it, I was enjoying it, saying this is not that bad. The film had its faults, but by the time the movie was over, I was pretty much satisfied. Again, I think it helped that my expectations were way down, but I enjoyed it. Ben Affleck's Batman, he was great as Batman. I don't know how I feel about Batman killing people, but I guess you could say, Batman got pushed to that point. He's a little bit older and definitely a little more cynical about things, and so maybe he just thought it was time to take care of business, all the way. Maybe he was watching Daredevil on Netflix and saw what the Punisher was doing and said, yeah, why not? Punisher's got a good idea there. So anyway, but I liked Ben Affleck as it. I thought he looked good and he moved well and everything. I thought Superman was done really well in this film. Henry Cavill, is that his name? I can't remember how to pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. I thought he did a much better job in this film than Man of Steel. I am not a Man of Steel fan. I think Man of Steel, as far as the modern comics goes, is one of the worst of the comic movies out there, along with Iron Man 3, Iron Man 2 I'm not a big fan of, and believe it or not, Age of Ultron. I hate Age of Ultron. Hate's a strong word, but I really didn't like Age of Ultron. And Man of Steel's there with those films. And I thought Batman vs. Superman was, you know, not as good as, say, like Iron Man 1 or the Avengers or the Winter Soldier, the Dark Knight, not as good as those, but definitely that is a couple, maybe a step below, or maybe a couple steps. Now, I've only seen it once. Maybe I'll watch it again and I'll be disappointed with it. But I thought everything was done well. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor kind of surprised me because I was ready to despise him, and I didn't. So it was a good film. It wasn't perfect. It definitely wasn't perfect. Wonder Woman. I thought Wonder Woman was. I'm no Wonder Woman fan. I thought she was great in it. Warner Brothers screwed us all by showing us that first trailer they put out where it showed Wonder Woman. They should have showed us nothing. They shouldn't have shown us Doomsday. That all stuff would have been a nice surprise. Not seeing it coming would have been cool. And they blew it by showing us that stuff, and that sucks. But Wonder Woman was so cool in that film when she does show up, and you see it in the trailer. If I didn't know that part was coming, I'd have lost it. I would have lost it big time, and they ruined it by showing it in the trailer. But it was still very cool. They ruined it in the fact that you knew it was coming. It still worked well in the film itself. So I gave the movie a solid 7 out of 10. Hopefully, with the longer cut, I'll maybe even go up to an 8 out of 10. It's possible it could go down to a 6 out of 10 because there are some problems with the film, and my expectations were low, so who knows if it can keep it up. But anyway, I thought it was good, so it's definitely worth to go see. This piece is definitely worth seeing and owning if you don't already. So yeah, I'll be back with some more reviews and later, and hope you enjoyed this one. Again, Batman vs. Superman, I enjoyed it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about the film. Just that, like I said, solid 7 out of 10. Not perfect. Better than some. Not as bad as others. I was surprised how much I think this sums it up. I actually thought it was a better Man of Steel sequel than it was a Batman origin film or a Batman movie. And it's not to take anything away from Batman. I just really liked how they did Superman in this film. I thought it just felt much more like Superman that I am comfortable and familiar with, and just thought they did a good job, especially compared to Man of Steel. Not that he was bad in Man of Steel, but I just thought they did it better, and I thought they did all the Man of Steel characters better also. So anyway, all right, there's my thoughts. Get this piece if you don't. Dynamic Menace did the cape. Fantastic. See you guys later.